Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about the meaning of the King of Cups, which I got from my future. Here's their Radiant Wider Weight deck, King of Cups. So what does the King of Cups mean? One thing that I found very frequently on the internet, okay, so the King is a court card, and court cards tend to be interpreted as representing a person, either yourself or someone else in your life. It doesn't necessarily correlate to the gender of the person on the card. One thing that I heard a lot online is that the King of Cups represents someone who is going to very kindly and encouragingly advise you and give you advice. Personally, I don't think that happens very often where someone has someone who both is like a mentor to them but also a very close friend. I don't know, that's kind of a very specific scenario, I feel like, but the card focused a lot on the King's personality as being very compassionate and kind of a friend to everyone, and I think the best way to interpret it as the King representing someone who is like that to you in your life, or multiple people, and just the idea of strengthening your relationships with other people, your friends, your family, whoever, maybe making new relationships, and just more love and friendship and stuff. I think it's a generally good card, although most of them tend to be, and I don't think there's a ton of symbolism in this, except the symbolism of the cups. The entire suit of cups really represents emotion, love, compassion, also sorrow, anger. It just really represents emotion. Another thing that represents emotion in the Rider Waite deck, at least, is water. Water also kind of represents the unconscious mind. And fish, I guess, just because they go along with water. So here you can see the King is like in a throne in the middle of the ocean, and then he has a little fish around his neck, and then you can also see a fish jumping out of the water. It's basically just very pertinent to the entire suit of cups. And just so you can see that, here's the Page of Cups with a little fish in his cup and wearing like some kind of octopus hat. I don't even know. The Queen of Cups. If you look closely, you can see that this little angel child right there is holding a fish. Besides that, these people look like they have tails like mer people, and you can see she's by the ocean. Yeah, the Page of Cups is in front of the ocean, and here's the Knight of Cups, and he's wearing a nice fish armor and going over the water. So those are just some symbolisms of the suit of cups. If you know my channel and I want to talk a little bit about what I think it means for me, because I got that from my future, I think it means what it means, but also there's also sometimes a like possible but somewhat unlikely like more literal meaning to certain cards. Like the Empress, for example, tends to represent like passion, sort of, in like a lot of different ways, like art and music, but she can also represent pregnancy, like literally. Like if you're hoping to get pregnant and you get the Empress, like it's a sign from God. Like that's the Empress card, but most likely it doesn't mean that, especially if you're like a single guy. And then you're in trouble. No. We're going to the Great Wolf Lodge soon. If you know what that is, it's in the indoor water park. We're going there like next week, if not the week after that. So yeah, that would make sense. But also, I'm glad that I got a good card in my future, just strengthening relationships with certain people. That'd be awesome. So I'm happy about my reading overall. It was very positive. One thing that does annoy me about tarot cards is that they tend to be positive. Now I'm kind of going on a rant, but because if I'll look at, like, sometimes people do yes or no with tarot. I don't do that, but I like to look at people's yes or no lists, because it gives you a sense for whether the card is a positive card or a negative card. And if you look at these people's, so people kind of make them based on their own intuition, like which cards. Some people use tarot cards to give them yes or no answers. So some people will make lists saying intuitively which ones say yes, which ones say no, which ones say maybe. The yes lists are always huge, and the no lists are like 10 cards out of the 78. So, like, it kind of annoys me, but does that represent life? I don't know. Maybe. Not for me, because I have depression, but I don't know. Maybe good things happen in people's lives a lot and bad things don't happen a lot, or something. Or maybe people who do tarot are just really optimistic. Thanks for watching. Bye.